How is it going? Welcome back. I am Cole from 9 Pennants, and today we are going to cover the best strategy to use for Underdog MLB best ball drafts. If you are new here, we create fast-paced, easy-to-consume fantasy baseball and betting baseball content. Subscribe if you enjoy. Before we jump into this, I want to real quickly cover the basics of the best ball format. Upside is king. You do not necessarily need a safe team. There are 20 rounds and you will have 3 pitchers, 3 infielders, and 3 outfielders and 1 flex that qualify for points. If you want a chance to win the $100,000 first place prize for the Dinger Baseball Best Ball on Underdog, use the code in the description to get your first deposit matched up to $1,000. The best strategy is 8 pitchers, 6 infielders, and 6 outfielders. This doesn't necessarily mean to take pitchers early. Since only 3 per position points count, upside is definitely the play. For example, if a 14th round pick outperforms your 3rd hitter, that's now going to be your 3rd hitter. The reason to have more pitchers is, as we know, pitchers tend to get hurt a lot more than hitters, so it helps to stack as many high upside arms that you can. I tend to target early hitters and stack up on early to mid round pitchers, as there are some amazing options around there. You have to be ready to adapt in your draft. If Skeens falls to the 3rd round, I would take him every single time. You do not need to draft an outfielder then infielder and keep alternating. Draft the best available with the most upside. Find what player has the best potential to do what a Jarren Duran, Jackson Chourio, Jackson Morrell all did last year, who is going to have that playing time. They are young with plenty of room to grow that year. Here's a quick breakdown of what each rounds are offering and my strategy around those. Round 1. Hard to take a bad pick here. I tend to go for a player on the best team with the best track record of not getting hurt and time again. Aaron Judge, love him. He has the potential to be amazing. He just gets hurt a little too much for my comfort. Round 2, it's basically the same strategy. Hard to take a bad pick. If Skeens falls late in the 2nd round, I would grab him. Look for that 3rd elite hitter if you can. I would still probably take Skubal or Wheeler if they fall. I love Wheeler's reliability. Round 4 for me is when you got to think a little bit more. Some hitters, in my opinion, are very overvalued here. I would target someone like a Corey Seager or Ketel Marte over someone like a Brandon Nimmo or Spencer Steer. Rounds 5 to 6 have great pitchers. This is my favorite spot to go back-to-back rounds on pitchers. I would look to get a Cease, Crochet, Reagans, or Burns around here. Rounds 7 through 10. Get the best situational players. For example, Yamamoto potentially being a quotation marks ace for the best team in the league. Abrams with a high ceiling on an up-and-coming team. Same thing for Matt McLain. Side note, pitchers like Strider are not terrible to take here, as he can come in after a month and still be amazing for your team over a course of the year, as it's really just who puts up the most points throughout a year. And as we know, pitchers tend to go down for a little bit, and if that's Strider's quotation marks downtime, great pick. Rounds 11 through 15. Go for crazy upside over reliability. For example, Sandy Alcantara. As a 12th round pick on ADP, it's outrageous to me, and he will be most likely traded at some point throughout the year, so his upside is going to be even more. He has potential to be the number 1 pitcher on the year. Some other great picks are a Jack Flaherty, a Jared Jones. These pitchers are in that 11 to 15 round range, and at this time you should be planning to have around 4 to 5 pitchers by round 15 in my opinion. Another side note here. Jesus Luzardo is in Philly now. He should not be a round 15, borderline 16 pick in this format. If that pick hits, he stays healthy and has plenty of strikeout potential with that offense. He can be a Sandy also. Round 16 through 20, I tend to take the most dart throw picks that you can think of. For example, a Xander Bogaerts on a bounce back year. Jackson Jobe ends up pitching the whole year in the majors. Nick Pivetta works with Ruben Niebla in San Diego and develops a little bit more. A Walker Buehler on a bounce back year. A Coomer Rocker lives up to his potential early. A Zach Neto comes off an injury and continues his growth. Those are the situations to look at this late in the draft. Don't take an Andres Jimenez, a Bryson Stott, a Jake Cronenworth. We already know who they are, and they will not grow as much in the potential of these players, who most likely will not be getting you the points on the top 3 of their position, but they do have that upside to possibly be your best player on your team. Wrapping all this information up, upside wins you best balls. Stack the best potential you can find. Here is a round by round chart of what position group I would target in each round. You do not need to live by this, just because you need to be ready to adapt if people start falling for a big discount. This is what my ideal draft would look like. Yes, it's very hard to stick by this, as some people will be grabbed a lot earlier than they should, but Try to stick to this. These are my favorite picks in the respective round. This would be essentially my dream draft. If you have any questions or you're new to best ball, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. Once again, if you are new here and you enjoy the content, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow my socials in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.